It's been a minute, but guess who's back? I am. Welcome to this channel. If you're new here, super excited to have you here. And hey, if you've missed my content, guess what? We are ready for you. This is the second quarter, and I'm pumped up to deliver to you amazing value in this quarter. Hey, it's amazing how one quarter down from 2023, but there's much more ahead of us, and that's exactly what we're going to be going for. Now, I'm excited. First off, that you're still here, and if there's any year I'm quite excited about, it's the year 2023. A lot of things have happened, a lot of things will happen, a lot of things are still happening, but the idea I have to share with you today is how do you maximize on what's happening right now to create the best life yet. I'm sure that not everything seems to be working just as well as you expect it to, but don't give up yet. I know January, February, March is gone, but April is here, and we still have 9 months to prove your mettle. I know that January started, you were pumped up, and now it's time to show that you still got this going on, right? I remember a story of when, a couple of years back, I used to work in a particular factory. I used to work in a pellet factory, as a matter of fact. I was earning less than $1 at the time, and I knew that if I must change how much I earned, I must improve on what it is that I learned. Right, because to be honest, your income is always an outcome of something you are doing or not doing. So essentially, I remember working back then at this factory, and after a while I thought, hey, this is not quite cutting it for me, because I was earning less than $1 or 450 naira per day. $1 right now, I mean, of course, inflation and all whatnot, but it was still just about $1 or $2 per day. And at the end of the month, I would be wondering, what on earth am I doing here? But the good thing about it is, in spite of that seeming lack, I saw an opportunity. There was a particular event that's going to be happening called the Shiloh event, and I had saved up some decent amount of money for my salary, and I decided to go all in. So the pellet factory that I used to work, I opted in to buy a whole truck of water to sell because of that event. And I remember very well how I had bought the whole truck of water, over 1,000 bags. I was super pumped because I felt people were going to buy it. But guess what? On the day of the event, unbeknownst to me, was the fact that the organization had already planned for the amount of people that were going to be coming, and they had surplus available. So I was left with my bags, literally, of water, and I had to evolve from that. I think for me, that was very pivotal to teaching me what entrepreneurship would typically take, and that lesson has taught me how to pivot, how to iterate until I get the results that I am seeking to get. And guess what I did? As I saw that the advantage of having many became a problem for me, I figured, what's the next best thing I could do? If they had many, what is my advantage? I could make them cold. So I'd wake up very early in the morning, and I would go to where they were selling pure water at the time, where they were selling some blocks and ice water, and I would buy them, and then I had an advantage. So my water was not just many, it was also cooler, and that way I was able to sell quite a number of that. When I finished the whole baggage water thing, I got another opportunity to work in a new cafeteria, where typically there was a secondary school, so there were scores of students there that would have to serve food and wash your place and all whatnot. Over 1,000 of them. And whilst I was there, I noticed one particular lady in the kitchen. Her food was amazing. On the days that this lady cooks, right, everybody wants to eat. Whether she's cooking beans or whatever the case is, everybody wants to eat on those days. And I saw an opportunity right there. Your job as an entrepreneur is to be able to spot opportunities in the rough. I saw that lady and I told her, hey ma'am, you cook amazing well. I'm a great marketer. Here's what we're going to do. I am another gentleman that have a company together. We call it finger legs. So cool, right? And then, this lady and I, we struck a deal. She was going to be making food for me. You know what I wanted to use the food for? Of course, I was going to eat it. I went around that town whilst I was still working there during my free time, right? I went around to begin to look for people who want to purchase her food. And you know where I went? I went to the biggest banks in the city. I went to 7 banks that day, right, on a particular road stretch. And tell you what, 6 of those banks, having listened to my presentation, they opted in to try our food out the next day, and I was in business. I saw a golden opportunity, and I capitalized on that. And when I brought the food to them the following day, I didn't charge them anything. I said, try this out and see. We got them hook, line, and sinker, and they became our customers. My salary moved 10 times more by finding that opportunity where there was little to no opportunity. Your job as an entrepreneur is to be able to shift your perspective and gaze and ensure that you are taking advantage, you're leveraging on what others are not necessarily seeing. Remember the story of the Bible of a particular lady whose husband had died. He left her with debt, and they wanted to come pick up her 2 children. When she encountered the prophet, what he tell her? He says, this little jar of oil you have is a great opportunity. What you however need is to expand your capacity. So go and borrow vessels, borrow not a few. Right? The same thing goes out for you. There's something you have that in the format which it is in right now, not many people will appreciate it. You need to learn to package that. You need to learn to communicate it. You need to learn to put the vision forward, right? It doesn't matter how far January, February, March has gone. April, dare to do more. Look around you. There's always an opportunity. Moses only had a rod. David only had a stone. Samson had the jawbone of an ass. What do you have in your hands? There's always going to be something you have, someone you know, for the level that we're in, that'll become the springboard to the next level. So March is gone. April, we're here. And it's important that you recalibrate your perspective. In spite of the dark and gloomy cloud, know the rain is coming, and you better start planting those seeds. So, hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, this is your opportunity. I'm going to be bringing out lots of content that's going to motivate you. We're going to be talking about faith, talking about finance, talking about technology. There's a whole lot coming for you in this quarter, and I cannot wait to show you what we've been working on. So, talking about how you can make money from AI, how you can make money from the financial market. Typically, our responsibility is to show you as an African how you too can gain advantage. So I'm going to see you in my next video. Signing out.